Hello there and welcome to Tech Vibes. I'm Michelle Sklar. We've had the opportunity to speak with members of the C100, which is a fantastic mentoring organization that's based here in the Valley to help young Canadian startups really learn the ropes of building a successful business. We're actually here today with Jeremy Toman of Stage 2 Marketing. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
So let's start off by learning a bit about Stage 2 Marketing.
So Stage 2, we basically are a product-centric marketing firm. So everything for us starts at the product level. We think product experiences really is everything. From there, we build around that. So our services are help companies make better products. We work, at the user interface level all the way up to the 30,000-foot, strategy and vision level. We work on their marketing strategy, positioning, messaging, really understanding, how are you going to reach your consumers for your particular service, business, app, plugin, widget, whatever it is. And then lastly, we do social media PR work.
Very cool. So is this your first company? Because I know we actually had a chance to meet many years ago when you were with Slingbox or Sling Media, but is this your first actual entrepreneurial experience?
Technically, no. I would say this is probably the one that has been the most serious in my life. When I first left school, I was consulting, doing web development back then. And interestingly, my business partner today at Stage 2 was my business partner back then, living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So we had to go of it for a couple of years. We actually did a Vortal, which was a web portal for vertical industry back in the late 90s, in the pre.com era.
Wow.
So we've had our runs. Yeah. Oh yeah. The web was all in black and white then. It was crazy. But we've been doing Stage 2 now for 4 years, and we've also incubated a couple of other businesses along the side. One's Legacy Locker, which is an online will for online assets. We started that about 2 years ago now, and that's going great. And we have some new stuff coming too. So little entrepreneurship, little consulting work, having a good time.
Excellent. Okay, so this is actually all about being Canadian. You are from Montreal.
Oui.
Yes, you.
Go Habs.
Okay, so Montreal is a beautiful city. There's lots of exciting things that happen, on the East Coast. What brought you here?
Well, technically my mom. When I was 13, she moved to the Southwest, and I moved with her to Albuquerque. I went Montreal. It's a typical story. Montreal, Albuquerque, New Mexico, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, San Francisco, California, like all the kids are doing these days. And so I was 13 when I left, went to school in Pittsburgh, started working there, as I said before, and that's when the tech, web industry really flourished here, and I just had to be part of that. So luckily, I never had to deal with crazy border crossing stories. Although I did actually import my wife from Montreal, and we had some nuisance in that regard. But
I bet there's a good story behind that, Jeremy. But we're gonna stick to the professional side of things right now. For now, okay. So you have been playing a very significant role in the C100. Actually, that's a big reason why Tech Vibes has had the opportunity to talk to these amazing entrepreneurs and VCs and startups. Actually, even with 48 Hours in the Valley. Why this particular organization? You're a busy guy.
I'm a little crazy. I try to get involved in a few too many things that I really believe in giving back in every different way I can. So, I'm on the board of my synagogue. I'm on a board of some children's stuff that I'm involved with. And then when I heard about the C100 and it was this chance to get involved with Canadian companies, I was beating down some virtual door. I don't really know the expression, but I just knew I wanted to be part of it from the moment I heard about it. It just rang true to me, and I just like that. Give back to wherever you can along the way. So all of my affiliations somewhere, I try to tie in personally.
Okay, so for your experiences in particular, where do you see your value contribution to the C100?
Really, hopefully on the marketing side of things. So, most of the ideas for the C100 come from the founders, from Anthony and Chris. And I think as the organizing committee, we've really tried to take their vision and make things happen with it. And Anthony said something to me about, he really wanted to raise the profile of successful Canadian entrepreneurs, whether they're in Canada or already down here or whatever. And we were just brainstorming, and we said, well, what if we do this video series? And so he's like, do it. And so we've been running through it. I met you guys back at the Grow conference, and here we are. So
Very cool. We've had the opportunity to speak with some very young and excited entrepreneurs at 48 Hours in the Valley, and I think that this has probably been one of those most impactful experiences for so many of the people that I got a chance to speak with. You have been involved with all sorts of projects. You're obviously doing extremely well here with Stage 2 Marketing. What is the one nugget of information that you would pass on to a young entrepreneur?
Well, I'll try to keep it industry relevant. So if I help companies with marketing and product, I mean, my first and foremost rule is have a great product. Just don't spare the expense. There's this weird curve that I've seen recently. It talks about dollars invested in the company, and it's the curve that basically slides down like this. And the start point is all the technical, all the you're buying technology, building technology, whatever you're doing, and then you launch the company. And it's like all of a sudden the emphasis goes to, well, we'll do social media, so we'll do it for free, and we'll do PR, and that'll be free, and we'll do this. I can't emphasize enough. Build a great product and then sustain that across everything that the company does. That's, don't plan that just because you've built it, they will come, because they won't.
Okay, so let's have a little fun here with some Canadian trivia. You are from Montreal. Montreal is actually one of my favorite cities for two reasons: food and shopping. I am a big foodie. I really love San Francisco. I think that there's great restaurants here. But let's talk about some of the differences between, the Montreal foodie experience and the San Francisco foodie experience. Now, of course, in Montreal, we have things such as bagels. And there are, but I didn't realize that there was a whole category of bagels that was unique to Montreal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you talk to a Montrealer, in general, there's a philosophy that beyond Montreal bagels, there are, round-shaped, bread-like products that other cultures and civilizations enjoy. But Montreal's the only people who really know bagels. That's a bit of a Montreal snobbery, I think. But they're breakfast, their dessert, their dinner, their everything. And my choice is St. Viator bagels. Although I'll go to Rio Bagel if I'm nearby, but St. Viator is the way to go for us.
So if Montreal knows their bagels, what do you think San Francisco knows?
Not bagels. San Francisco, you get cutting edge food. You get people who are, as much as we have an entrepreneurship culture and technology, I think we have the same thing in food. We've got Spanish fusion here. We've got Asian tapas. We've got really weird combinations, and it's really fun to see what people try doing. I think what I'm personally most excited about is the increasing sustainability and farm to table movement that San Francisco is doing pretty good at.
So let's talk about poutine. Are you a fan of poutine?
I want to be, because it has things I love: cheese, gravy, and French fries.
Those are my three favorite food groups.
Right, like what could go wrong? But it's never really been a passion for me. Bagels, smoked meat, the rest. But poutine never. My wife, yes, me. I won't turn it down. But I don't need to kill to get some.
Okay. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate you joining us. We're here with Jeremy Toman from Stage 2 Marketing, a member of the C100, and I'm Michelle Sklar with Tech Vibes.